and let us all do we can to build a better future.
All right, moving on to a story. Jimmy Dore had this on his show last night. There is a dust-up in the Netherlands, actually. Dutch farmers apparently have been told by the government that to conform to EU carbon emission standards that they are going to have to, in some cases, either stop farming or reduce their use of nitrogen fertilizers. And this is maybe putting many farmers out of business entirely. This at a time when there's real concerns about food shortages. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was just telling Kelly before this show, just yesterday, I saw a release from an organization that controls water irrigation in parts of South Texas, which is the Colorado River. There's been a reduction in water there. They are cutting off multiple rice farmers in Texas at this point. So this is a problem kind of all over the place. The Netherlands is telling farmers, do not produce food. The farmers are furious, and you can go on YouTube and you can see these videos. These videos are crazy. They're coming out with their tractors and tanks. They've been spraying manure on government buildings. The farmers have. The police have been shooting at them. It is terrible. Jimmy Dore reported on it, and I felt like we had to say something, and I figured that Caleb would have something to say as well.
Well, I guess, at a time like this, when we're facing a global food shortage, the last thing we should be doing is making the farmers mad, trying to force them to reduce their output. I mean, if anything, the government right now should be saying, what do you want, guys? We'll give you whatever you want. How do we maximize your crop? How do we maximize your crop output? I mean, and we heard Samantha Power. I know she said that they were going to use this food crisis as an opportunity to make everyone go organic. Well, they tried that in Sri Lanka, and look at the results of that.
Yeah,
the degrowth stuff. The idea that everyone just needs to have less, for you and me, that might mean, we drive a hybrid or something. But for people in Africa, for people in parts of Central America and parts of the world where there's food shortages, this is a question of life or death. This is insanity, right? I mean, I support the farmers. I think those farmers need to be able to put out as much food as possible. We're having a global food crisis because of the war and the situation where, Ukraine, its crop output is going to be significantly less. We're already having droughts in many, farming states in the United States. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Give those farmers exactly what they want and get food into the mouths of hungry people. That's what we need to do right now.
More.
At a time when there's a food crisis.
And especially to your point about the Ukraine, there are going to be wheat shortages, 100%, because of the war. We won't feel it probably till next year, but it's going to happen.
But there are other people who are going to feel it much more quickly than we are.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But even now in Texas, I mean, we've got, it's happening all over, and there's only so much that can be sustained with these cutbacks.